Oh, yeah.
Either that or Jimmy's got a squeaky voice.
Jim does have a squeaky voice.
Well, mate, fight me.
He's not very what you'd call manly.
I have more combined horsepower than your combined horsepower.
What? What does that even mean?
All of my cars combined
Oh, you've got 4.
is
Captain
more.
Planet.
You've got
is
4.
more than yours.
I've got 2.
Yep.
I mean, as far as the government's concerned, I do technically own that Prelude. So, if we chuck another 190 in, I gotta be getting close. I gotta be getting close.
Jimmy has squeaky balls, but he wants a dick swinging contest.
We were talking about it yesterday. We're like, balance is restored. Jim has the slowest car again.
No.
It's all back to normal. But,
How's that piece of shit Escort going?
The Escort? What? The Ford?
Capri.
Yeah.
It's good. I had to. I'll show you a picture of it.
It's getting more and more held together with zip ties.
The gearbox stick was
living that Ripco life.
Yeah,
Ripco,
bro.
hashtag
Yeah,
Ripco
bro.
rides.
It kept falling into
Built, not bought.
the housing, I guess. But
Noodles and super glue.
so I had to zip tie it back on.
What the
Stop the gearbox
It's like
falling
a
into the
wiring
housing.
harness, except
The
it's
gearbox will
not.
fall into the housing.
Yeah, so you let go and it
well,
was
the
like,
stick would, yeah. Because it's a bit awkward to get into reverse, so I just kind of slammed it down one time and it just went whap.
Was it actually one of those push ones?
No, but it felt like it felt like it was, and so I did it. And I was in Sheffield, so I did it, and it went down, and I was like, oh, I hope I can fix this, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get home. So I just kind of gave it a yank, and then she was good for a bit. But
bit of percussive maintenance is always good.
yeah, got to Darfield and was like, oh, I'll give it another
I think
pull.
the real issue is Jimmy's sick obsession with convertibles. Personally,
I mean, what do you,
Mate,
Mark?
it's
Are you
good,
trying to
it's good.
say that in the '90s convertibles were not built up to a good standard? Because honestly, that just sounds like fake news to me.
I don't know. I've got no comment.
The rattliest piece of ever.
Oh, mate. I
Convertible
mean,
Primera,
at the
yeah.
moment, the Capri is kind of like the roof doesn't really fit on very well. So if on the highway, the back of the roof just slaps against the car and goes.
We
So
found out
it's,
you can take the roof cover off and then have the roof half on, and it becomes a ute.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wouldn't it be easy to just go to the warehouse and strap a tarp on with some more zip ties?
Yes, probably more effective.
I mean, one of his other convertibles is a trash bag in the roof as like water dampening because it was leaking. So I think a tarp might be too good, to be honest.
You'll be f***ed with the dust cover once they get rid of plastic bags, eh?
Oh, fuck yeah! What are you gonna do?
Send me that photo and send me a photo of your car.
The car, the headlight,
The
headlight coverless car.
Omega Maximus Supreme. Omega Box Supreme.
Did you name it?
Gertrude.
No, Gertrude's my Civic.
Oh, that's Prudence.
No, no, I said Gertrude, and my partner, because of the colour. And my partner was like, "It's a great name for that. I can really see it." I don't know what I'm going to call that Primera.
Jerry.
Jerry's not bad. I was leaning towards Gary.
Gary? Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking Jerry, like one of the old redhead who's like 53 and smokes 3
Yeah,
packs a day.
yeah,
Hey, it's Jerry.
yeah. Hello, you mean that one? Yeah.
Oh, no.
I'll send you my profile picture
The sweet,
of
the
me
sweet,
standing on.
yeah, send us that. The sweet background makes up for the lack of
That was
a
me.
real car.
I took that photo. I've been trying to get that pod filter off Angus for 4 days now. And he's always just busy or something. But I need it.
You do.
Yeah, that way my car's built, not bought. Apparently you can, because with that car you can like just replace the head cylinders or something, and then drill a couple holes in, and you basically have an SR20 VE.
Don't know.
So I'm saying, I'm not asking. I'm telling
You should just try it with no formal knowledge and see.
Well, I
if
was
it
going
works.
to bait Luke into doing it.
Well, the last time I heard about a Ryobi ride was my brother and his mate went halves on a Series 1 RX-7.
Oh yeah.
So he got out his Ryobi and cut the springs, and then he got out the Ryobi drill and he ported the engine.
Oh yeah.
And my
Fucking
brother-
With a drill.
My brother said, "Did you know they implode when there's not enough material inside the engine?"
What the?
Like I've seen rally cars, like instead of like making a big port, they just do a series of drill holes, so they can get away with some kind of displacement or whatever it is.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you see, they took out the Wymac, and the engine literally just caved in on itself because the amount of that he drilled out.
That's hot.
God.
That's hot.
I mean, for like 5 minutes, it would have been awesome.
Jeremy Clarkson.
The LS engine that comes in the Fox Body Mustang is like super resilient. They can tune it up to 800 horsepower or something like that. But once you get to, I think it's 500, the block splits in half. if you don't like get the special braces to hold it in, the block just splits down the middle.
So you can get that magic number 499.
Yeah, and then but any over that, you just buy like a metal brace, and it's literally just a clamp that holds the engine together so it doesn't split down the middle.
Well, Jimmy here would go down to Repco and you
Get some zip ties.
You get an F clamp or like a series of zip ties and hope that it won't melt.
How many zip ties do you need to hold together a V8?
Oh, sweet bag of zip ties, $4. That'll do it. I don't even remember what the f*** I was thinking when I grabbed this photo, when it starts to set in that you're not getting a race. That's my life for the last 20 years.
I mean, any car can be a race car if you believe.
Yeah, but
Send us the picture of your Prelude.
Well, Prelude, I believed until I had a tree. That's when I definitely stopped believing. But
I mean, when are you actually going to get any car for Christmas, right? Like maybe a toy car?
no,
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't grow up in the suburbs. So,
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I gotta get that Porsche SUV. I don't know what they're called.
Oh,
My first car wasn't on my birthday, but it was like $200.
I got my
Oh,
parents.
damn.
My parents forced me to buy a car for my birthday. So
Congratulations.
they saw it and they're like, "It's $4,000. You're giving us half." And I was like, "Do I have a choice in this?" And they're like, "No." And so it was cool. It was a Honda Civic. But it was a sedan,
Classic.
and
Classic.
I crashed it. But
So we have a theme here of like...
that's why I'm not buying Hondas anymore.
We have a theme of crashing Hondas and sick and convertibles.
Yeah, I mean, in all fairness, the most recent one he crashed into me, but the other two, 100% on me. So,
Trying to get the high score for crashes, are you?
well, you're on 2 as well, aren't you?
Well, I got
No,
my
no,
Civic. I
funny.
got T-boned by my mate because I pulled out in front of him.
That's your own.
The other one
mate
was
as
up on
well.
the Port Hills. I had bald tyres and I hit the shingle at 70, 80 clicks, and I just missed going over the edge of the hill, and I spun, hit the hill, and spun again.
Oh man.
That sounds fun.
And they said, "Do you want it written off? Would you want to keep it?" And I made the mistake of keeping it.
But you got some scrap metal.
Oh no, they gave us $3,000 trade-in
That's not bad.
with the
Wow.
exhaust.
Damn.
That's not bad.
Yeah. The transmission in the Capri is
Special.
Notch.
it's really, really good. It's so good that, they put like a truck transmission in because you have to like fully extend your hand just to reach first. It's like a really long throw.
You ever just play with mashed potato and a fork? It's a lot like that.
Hashtag Tickford.
It's a lot like that. But you know how most cars have a bit of play in neutral? You can wiggle it left and right.
Yeah.
You can put it in third, and it's still got about the same play.
It's really
That's
really
kind
tragic.
of just to give you an idea of.
Awesome.
Also, it's hand tuned for the timing.
Oh yeah.
So it's running quicker than it's meant to because otherwise it won't move. So we just kind of pushed that.
You kind of look for like bargains in Alibaba, don't you?
How could you guess? How could you guess?
I'm not touching unless it's on sale, but a lot of play. I mean, a little play in third, and
This was $700, and then so far we've spent not much. We haven't spent much on it.
No.
Bought some lights,
great.
and it's road legal. Almost.
Almost. Yeah.
That's hot.
This guy like customizes his own wee little Hot Wheels.
Oh,
that's
are they just miniature cars?
Yeah.
So is this guy's either too young to own a car and really into customizing his car,
well, it's cheaper than
or
it's cheaper than buying a $700 piece of.
Man,
Yeah.
how do you guys feel about like McLaren center wing? Like the one that like hangs down off the mounts.
I think it
Oh,
looks
no.
like the way
Really?
they're talking
It
it up.
does.
Yeah, but it's more aerodynamic.
If it works, hey, I'm a fan of function over form, as long as it's not.
So you bought an RX-8.
As long as
Yeah, that's purely why I bought it. 'Cause
I
it
actually
looks
quite
good.
like the center wings.
Go again, yeah. See, you
Is
could
that
you bought
toy
RX-8.
car?
Speaking of an RX-8,
They're both RX-8s. You
That's
tried to.
do the miniature ones blow up as well? Or?
Oh, you get more Ks out.
Probably.
It's the only RX-8 that the RX-7 boys don't hate on.
Oh yeah.
Just look at the size of the vents.
Oh yeah.
That's the later one, eh? Or is
Man,
it just a body kit?
No, it's just like a homemade body kit thing there.
I really love those the wings that are mounted straight to the chassis.
Yeah, man.
How else do you do it?
Oh.
Well, you can mount them to the boot, but then I don't think they do as much, really.
Because they go
Yeah.
super fast
Yeah.
before they blow up.
I find it so weird that they have such a record for unreliability when they are banned from Le Mans for being too reliable.
They're not. Well, I wouldn't say they're unreliable. They're good cars till they f*** out.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Although they did have those problems with the starter engine.
I've got the upgraded starter out there,
Ah, yeah.
so when it gets the clutch down, I'll probably be chucking it in by the sounds of it.
You gonna put in a pro racing clutch?
I've got heavy duty in there already. Fuck that. Took 5 years to fuck that.
Oh man.
Like
Well,
I said, like my
that's
leg,
all
because of
right.
my injury, when I'm not sure if I'm doing it sloppy because I've got like scar tissue up in the muscle, or I'm just driving like a monkey.
Is it an on-off
Yeah.
switch? You got an on-off switch in there, or
No, what for?
no? Because with super heavy clutches,
No,
you get to the
no,
point
it's not
where
brass button.
yeah, yeah.
Now this, I swear, has been on training before. Front mounted front wheel drive rotary in a Civic.
What the f***? No.
Every dickhead on performance
What?
cars like, oh, how do I do it? You know, I've got a front wheel drive, but I really want a rotor, and someone's done it.
What the f***? That's so weird.
So everyone hates rotors and they hate Hondas, and here's the classic.
And everyone hates Hondas. What?
Well, that's what I thought about getting the Ep1 and then putting a rotor in it.
You can put a rotary in anything, isn't that kind of the appeal? Like, if
Yeah,
it's a
but-
light enough small.
Yeah, but more
Yeah.
so in a Honda because people hate it.
I guess you get the real loud exhaust going as well.
More braps, more
Yeah, exactly. More brat.
more unicorn power.
Oh,
Hashtag drag racing.
I don't know how I feel about that
Oh,
color.
no.
I kind of like the
No.
like horrible green on some things, but
Oh, the
I don't know about that.
lime as f- green.
yeah, like the Holden green.
This is Fast and Furious green.
Oh, bro.
This is the one that they turned
Bro.
down to steer the Eclipse. It's bad.
Oh,
I was
man.
trying to explain what a Supra is to my partner yesterday, and I was like, it's. And I just linked them Fast and Furious. I'm like, it's this one.
It's the
this
Fast
one.
and Furious car.
Yeah.
Not the one that's.
It's real helpful because he also drives a R34 in that movie, so you can
Oh,
also
it's
be
just
like,
how do you differentiate between the Nissan and the Toyota when no one knows their cars?
yeah, you're also just like, well, both of these are cool.
So you got Brett?
Got
Oh,
Brad?
yeah?
Yeah, I don't.
Classic.
I own a rotor. I think it's
Have-
like one of those kids' books ones.
Going back to the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
You know that one scene where he pulls up next to like a Ferrari
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, how much did you pay for that?" And but of course,
Is this when it's a Supra?
It's
Or-
in reverse now. Like the
Yeah.
Supra's worth more than the Ferrari.
It doesn't, yeah, it
It's
doesn't
like-
quite work. One sold, I think, last month for 180,000 Kiwi dollars. Like the equivalent.
Just-
in
I
the
think,
US.
I think it was a really, really
yeah,
clean
it had
one
less
with
than
low
20,000 Ks on it.
That's a cult car. I can't understand. Like everyone, like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't like them because they're heavy. Like, oh my god, now you can get 1,000 horsepower. That must be the best thing in the world.
Yeah. I mean, they're cool. They're a bit
They're alright.
overrated, I think.
Yeah.
But I think here, though, it's real weird because they're just kind of a car here.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same even with Skylines, where it's like they're just kind of everywhere. Well, not Supras aren't quite everywhere, but
Skylines has sort of died out. I feel
well, they had
they're nothing compared
people
to the
did not
2000s.
people did
Yeah,
not treat
yeah.
those Skylines well here. It was
Oh.
just kind of like
Hey,
a
if this-
normal sedan.
If this works out, I'll show you some clips of back in the day with Skylines.
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
My brother just about got in a punch up with a dealer one time because he had a 20 valve Levin, and
Oh, yeah?
he goes, I want to buy not Supra, a fucking Skyline. I go, yeah, you can test drive it. It was a DE, and he took it for a black. And the guy's like, oh, what do you think? 6 cylinders, yeah, this, that, and the other. What do you think? Real good. And brother told him to f off. My 20 valve's fast as piece of. Oh, what do you mean? And he goes, do you want to come for a ride?
Wow. Yeah.
Actually, that's not the biggest just about punch up we've ever had with a car salesman.
Jeez.
That is a look.
Now, okay, like I said, if it's function over form, except for this.
What's the function? You just need another seat?
Well,
Or?
if it's New Zealand, you got to have it. Well, I think you got to get cert for wider tyres now too.
I thought you were saying to take out cyclists, but
I've lived in.
yeah.
If they were more than 2 or 3 abreast, I'd never go over the white line when I'm passing them.
Nice. I'm from
Yeah.
Auckland. People always try to go for them.
Oh, okay.
Damn.
Okay, there's one time on South Road, over the bridge. This guy was on the road, and like it says, you're supposed to be on the footpath. There's all drawings and everything to show get the off the road because the people have been sucked under trucks there.
Yeah.
And then I'm hitting the horn, flipping him off, and he chased me down to road. And he knocks on my window. He goes, "What's your problem?" Well, I jump in and go, "Well, tell you what my problem is, you." And the light went green, like, "Oh," because I'm the front car at the light. Oh, I mean, being tall's great, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. Is that a Mustang or is that a Honda? Or is it
I
like
have genuinely no idea what that
S12?
is.
God, yeah, I don't know.
Hey, I mean, I think it's.
You can
good.
tell me it's a familiar, and I'd believe you. Probably. Like,
I think good on him for going to Polytech Night School to learn how to tack weld.
yeah. I
Yeah.
mean,
Hey.
making use of that knowledge.
I mean, it's probably not even panel steel. It's probably like 12 mil thick.
No, that's probably some other car that he's crashed. He's just cut it out. Like, that'll do.
Yeah.
I thought about that for years. Like people were trying to do like that, and there was a type of 4-wheel drive that you could cut the guards out, and it would have suited it.
Oh yeah.
But,
A lot of what do you call it? Chevys, I think, have the square wheel
Oh,
guards.
they look so weird. I don't
They
like
do look
them.
weird.
I don't like the look of them, eh?
I think they just look weird because we don't see a lot of them.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I'm not too sure how I feel about them.
I worked with this American. I said I wanted a Chev, certain type of Chev. And he goes, "Oh, they're worth like nothing." And I was like, "Well, when was the last time you seen one here?"
Yeah.
Oh, guess you're right.
Yeah, hey.
I had to put this in because it f***s me off to no end when people put a pod filter in and don't shield it from the engine, so it sucks in hot air.
Oh, mate.
I mean, most people that put a pod filter in
Yeah.
are just getting that suck noise going.
Yeah, I think that's it. They just
Well, and then you could be built not bought,
hashtag Ripco rides.
Yeah, bro.
I think it's different engines are kind of can tolerate, the warmer air. Because some cars don't have a long intake at all. It's just a tiny bit. But it definitely would. It would definitely help, I reckon, if you don't know about it.
I don't know about you, but I'm just rolling with it because he's hashtag Ripco rides.
Oh, mate.
I mean, if you really want to do cold air intake, you can buy a cold air intake and put it in. It's a bit of a hassle.
Buy a lunchbox down at the warehouse. And
Yeah,
put a hole
cut
in
it out. Yeah, mount it just above your radiator. But
I mean, I don't know where he's going to get all this cold air from exactly, but it's got to be colder than sitting on top of the engine.
some
Yeah,
because
true.
my car did have a little bit of an air intake by the headlight, so I don't know.
Oh, you can keep the plastic there. At least it's getting some kind
yeah,
of air, but
yeah.
I suppose it how pedantic you want to be, really, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Let's be real, most people aren't doing it to tune up their car for a
Okay.
racetrack or whatever.
My brother's, my cousin's 300, the Nissan, right?
Yep. Some numbers.
Yeah, he doesn't have it shielded, and it me off to no end. I said, if you want to, I'll make you a fiberglass.
Yeah.
So he around and then sells it. He does nothing with it.
Oh, man.
And I don't even know if it's an actual HKS pod filter. I think it's one of those Chinese ones.
As long as the air moves through it, man.
Yeah, hey.
Well, the amount of noise it makes, it's definitely sucking air.
We took mine out of the car I just bought. Just got a weird stock air filter, and took it out. And I was like, oh, this is super dirty. Hit it against the wall, and it's just raining black filth just from it. It's like, oh, I've never cleaned this.
Have you seen Mighty Car Mods, how they did the tests with the pod filters?
God, don't get me started.
Well, they came across there's no point. You just leave a stock filter in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but the point is the noise.
Didn't they also put a potato in the exhaust and it increased the horsepower?
I don't know. I didn't see that one.
Yeah, I think they were trying out different exhausts, big ones that make noise and small fart cans and shit. And then they were just let's just stick a potato in there, and then they got more horsepower. And
Interesting.
they're
That's interesting findings. Did they try other vegetables?
Was it?
I think
NA
it was
or
just.
turbo?
I think it was an NA, so it was just some like Starlight or something. But
Would a kumara make
it was
more?
like
Sweet potato.
Yeah. Does that make
Yeah.
more?
I think it was just like having more pressure on the exhaust or
that's what I'm
something.
thinking. The only thing that would make it faster if they used a Honda.
Yeah.
I watched a video of a guy who just like messed around with his exhaust headers to get the Subi pop out of his Honda.
I heard that.
Yeah, apparently it's just something you can just around with and do if you know maths, which I don't. But
Well, this is a mini truck, Marmy. Now, why I pick up this? I think I picked this up because it's a 2JZ.
yeah, I'm sure that's why it was.
So
Oh yeah.
I think I got it because I hate Jay-Z fanboys.
I agree with that.
I mean,
They're cool.
It's a good
Overrated.
Yeah.
engine, but it's like kind of say, I love Ferraris. I love the Ferrari V12, and it's like,
See, I agree with you, but also whenever someone brings up V8, I'm like, yes, V8, yes.
no, but that's what I
That's
say about
there's a good
displacement.
reason. For
yeah,
that,
yeah. Well, I just like the noise, man.
If you were like, oh, the LS is so much better than the
Alex is so much better.
You can read in the face with the vein pop out. If she was a real player, Barra.
What?
The Barra engine, the Ford Turbo,
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
4 litre, whatever it is. Yeah, LS, put a Barra in it. I want to put a
Classic.
Barra in the Mazda out there, but it'll probably be sitting nose heavy in the wheels.
Well, so you just, I have a solution. It's called an LS engine.
No.
Small
Oh, God.
block V8.
I was talking Lexus, but the old man said it might be too wide. I want to do it to all the rotor boys off.
We have a friend who was looking at buying a new car. Didn't want to buy Japanese for some reason. I don't know why, but he was like, "Yeah, I don't want to buy Japanese." But I was looking at Lexus, and then we was like,
Face
"What?"
palm.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess they accomplished what they wanted to with Lexus.
Yeah. God, that's a little bit tragic, eh?
That's real tragic.
I mean, didn't they put 2Js in some Lexuses?
I think so. Yeah.
I thought they stuck with the V8 because it's Lexus.
I think it was the
Or is it Lexus LTZs that they put the JZ in it?
they did. Yep. In the I think the station wagon one
And the Sora's got
specifically.
JZ, but I think the Lexus
Yep, it
version's
does.
got the V8.
The Sora, you can have a
Yeah,
twin
good
turbo car or a 4-wheel steering car, but not both. So
Well, you can't handle those corners.
Oh no, twin turbo on a Lexus V8's always fucking. I've always wanted one of those.
Oh yeah, that would be nice, eh?
I don't want a turbo noise overrunning
You
the
don't have to.
V8 noise.
You don't have to.
What?
Don't bother
I'll just stay
putting-
at 2k RPM.